And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon! Whew! Just took a quick jump down here so I could join the people. Guys, I'm bringing back a show that a lot of the new people never seen before. So, with that being said, let me introduce myself. I'm the all-purpose champ, and as you seen earlier, I had Mr. John Scars take me on in Fast and the Furious, and guess what happened? He got whooped. Guys, but I'm also the master of vlogging, and very soon you guys are going to see that my wife's birthday is tomorrow, so tomorrow's going to be an epic day, and I've been recording video after video for the last few days because she want to celebrate every day since Friday, but I'll put that together and you guys will see all the different stuff about my life. But more importantly, I'm the cowboy, and when I got this hat on, entertainment is going to be at your service. So that makes me the king of content. But guys, today is not about me. It's about a certain person on the spotlight. So I hope you guys pull up a chair. I'm going to pull up a chair. And the show is about to begin. So with that being said, I got to take you guys on a little memory lane, a little tour. So let's do this. Guys, this right here is the Stadia Bash Community Network. And you guys are familiar with this. What we do is we just try to help streamers step out and just, do a little more. For instance, let's take Jeff. Jeff right here lives in Canada. And let's just take Spectre right here who lives in Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure any content that Spectre made most likely would never get into Jeff's point of view, right? But with the power of the Stadia Bash community, people come to this channel maybe to see Jeff. And then they might see this cool logo and say, who the hell is this? They might click on it and it take you directly to Spectre's channel, right? So there's more people, and more people. So guys, let me just go down to different shows. So there's been many shows by many of the Stadia Bash community people who's very creative, came up with some cool shows like the Spotlight, Stadia Hype, Stadia Bash Community Podcast, Game Over Show, the Cloudians Podcast, What Has Stadia Done Now? You name it. So let's click on this real quick. I'm going to view full playlist. I'm going to scroll down. Guys, the very first person to join the Stadia Bash Community Spotlight was none other than Collins the Emperor. And then I had Jeff the Great on there. That's back when we used to call Jeff the Great. Not so much anymore. Then I had John Scars that you just seen came on here. Then I had the legend 21 Ariel. I had the stealth assassin himself, Eli. I even had my favorite Stadia streamer, Clive. Then the guy with the eye patch, Alex, aka Nimbus Cloud. Even Ryzak, King Ejimix, Stadia Pro Gaming, Chariot Man Gaming, and there was a part 1, part 2. Then we even had Cloud Gaming Dad, JD, RJ Stadia, Lord Gaming Man, and Cloud Gamer 201 was both on the episode. Deuce 11 Penny. Look at that. G Million and Ray the Gaming Cyborg. Well, today, guys, the question is, who is going to be on the spotlight with the Cowboy? So we're going to find that out very shortly. So first of all, let me go to the chat real quick. Say what's up. Main Games in the building. He said 7. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Windstar said 7. Chilling. Okay. Oh, Lo-Fi's in the building. Guys, there's a bunch of new guys. So we don't know who could be one of the new guys, or it could be an older person. There's a bunch of people you still haven't seen on the spotlight. All right. Mr. Herbro said, I'm scared. SBC, baby. Collins Dynasty, man. All right, so without further ado, guys, coming on right now to join me as my very special guest for this sit-down discussion is none other than a guy that we all know very well. Let's drum it up. My guy, your guy, wherever the winds are blowing, that man is coming. And that, my friends, is Windstar.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
What's
Shout out
up,
to the
man?
SBC. Appreciate being on the show, man.
Dude,
after
I
your long
mentioned it. Here's
hiatus.
what's cool. I mentioned it, and you was like, bro, I'll be on. And that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
You know? So I like to make things happen. Now, Windstar, I got a bunch of questions for you, man. So are you ready?
I'm ready, man. I'm enjoying these podcasts. I fairly got into content creating, and I've been doing a few podcasts here and there. So I'm like how it's going right now.
I like how it's going for you as well, man. You make good content. You're consistent. You do other, you do podcasts, you do videos, you do game streaming. I think it's pretty cool.
Thank you.
But the thing is, Windstar, we want to take it back a little bit. And I also always like to ask this: are you okay with the audience asking questions as well?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Definitely. So, guys, Windstar said it's cool if you guys ask questions. Do me a favor, put a Q, like a capital Q, so we could get through them. We could see what's the questions. Windstar, you might be able to pick out and say, oh, I want to answer that or whatever as well, right?
Okay.
So what's going on? Ron is in the building. So, Windstar, let me just back up a little bit. So we know each other because of gaming, which is cool. Yeah. So take me on a little journey back in time first. Let's start over. What was your first introduction to gaming? How did you first get into gaming?
So my first introduction to gaming would be the Nintendo. My brother, I grew up, so I was the youngest in my family. 4 older brothers and 1 older sister. And he pretty much he was playing RPG games, Final Fantasy. So that's how I got into gaming, was actually RPGs. So
which Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy 1, like from Nintendo.
Okay.
And then moving on from there, he had a Super Nintendo, so he had Final Fantasy 2 at the time, 3, Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that. Okay. And then fast forward, then it was PlayStation. He got Final Fantasy 7 was his first game. Pretty much, I was like, because I was so young at that time, probably like 4 or 5. He would just like read, because it was all text based, so he would read the dialogue for me, and I would just watch him play and get along with the story like that. And I say that that's how I learned how to read. Essentially, was through video games.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. And
Mr. Ermerol, in great fashion, he's the first person with a question. He wants to know, is Windstar, are we still going snowboarding?
shit, I'm down to go snowboarding. I need to learn though, but I could
I
probably
went
learn.
snow tubing about a
Uh-huh.
month ago, and that was fun.
Nice,
Um,
nice.
So I'm pretty sure it's less dangerous than snowboarding, but
I know, right? The falls and stuff. What's funny
um,
was like, I actually just wanted to get into like skateboarding and longboarding because I
mhm,
saw the booster board, the electric skateboards. So I actually taught myself, or like my brother-in-law was teaching me like probably like 3 years ago. So I learned
okay.
how to longboard now. So that's pretty dope.
Here's what's crazy. My daughter Lena, she was into longboarding for a little bit.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
it's kind of cool.
Lena love.
I don't think she was great at it, but she bought one. She used to
Yeah,
ride out every so often. I
that's what's
want to
up.
see. So we got TTV something about nothing is in the building. Never seen you before, but what's going on? I'm not sure. So this is what I always say. Whenever somebody new in here and they're saying some kind of silly stuff, I just always assume it's Mr. Urban World with another account.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry if it's not. But
Oh,
anyway, what's up to
talk
you,
about the
TTV?
Oculus Quest.
I'm just saying, just saying. But Lo-Fi got a question. Wait, let me back up real quick. Let's see. Question. He says scoop or no scoop? Or
Scope or
scope
no
or no
scope?
scope? My bad. Scope or
What do you
no
mean,
scope?
like aiming?
I think
Like
in first person shooters, like,
oh
right? Wouldn't that be
yeah, I'd say scope. I ain't gonna hit nothing without scoping unless I'm like
I'm
close
not
to
gonna lie
someone.
to you, man. I prefer no scoping. Like
Oh,
I
for real?
prefer give me a gun like a AK, right? And I
Hmm.
don't want to scope, but if I'm close enough to really get you, because I feel like it's more, for me, it's more accurate than looking down the little sight trying to shoot far away. So for me,
Oh,
I'm more of a run and gun guy.
yeah. So like if it's like real life, like I prefer iron sights.
Mhm.
Like real life, like shooting. But in the game, I like aim down sight. I don't know if that answers this question. Yeah.
Man, this guy is talking about guns and all that. Wow. All right. So he said, another question: hot and spicy, or McDouble,
So hot and
or
spicy
the
McDouble.
McGangbang? What is a McGangbang?
McGangbang is like a cheeseburger, and a McChicken combined, I think.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah, that's what people were doing like when I was growing up in high school.
Oh, I never heard of
It's like a cheap way to get your feel on. But I'll go with the hot and spicy. I like
that.
spicy food, so
Okay, so do I. And Mr. Urban said it's definitely not him. So all right, somebody must be impersonating you. Oh, so Maine got a question for you. Let me see.
if
It
you're
says if your
okay.
gaming history were set up like what is that like Patriots
Por-
on a wall,
Portraits.
portraits on a wall, which game would have been the biggest portrait?
Um, so I'd say
Pretty-
like I've been mentioning Final Fantasy, but another big game in my life would be Warcraft. And I like the design character of the Warcraft character. So if I had to choose, I'll
oh
probably have
wow,
a big portrait of like someone from Warcraft, essentially.
never played World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
So let
it's a
me
good
do
game.
this. Let me get into So we see kind of where your history started with gaming.
Mhm.
Tell me how you got into cloud gaming.
So cloud gaming, I was sitting at work just watching videos,
Mhm,
and then I came across people talking about Google Stadia. I was never a founder or anything, but
mhm,
I didn't know that it was coming out or launching. Um, but once I started looking at reviews, I was just like, I need to have it because I'm a tech guy. Like I like to have like the latest tech or try it out. I don't really care about other people's opinions. Like I want to like try it out myself before formulating an opinion.
mhm,
So what I did was that same day I went on the marketplace, the Facebook marketplace, and I saw someone selling a founder's controller like sealed, and I was like, damn, he's only selling it for like 140. I was like, it's rare, whatever. So
mhm,
I hit him up, and then like later on that day, he came and dropped it off. But then what I found out was like, you need an email, you need the code to play Stadia at that time. Um, so I like try to hit up tech support. And they're like, "Oh, we can't do nothing because you weren't the original buyer." So I was like, what? You can't give me like a guest pass or something? Because I
Yeah.
started reading up more into it. And then that day I was just like hell stressed out. I set it all up. I was like, fuck, I can't play. So I went on Reddit, Stadia Reddit.
Mhm.
I just told people my story, and then someone hit me up, DM me. It was like, hey man, here you go. I'll give you a guest pass. So they gave me a guest pass, and I was able to create an account like that. But I was hoping, because the dude, he's like, oh, I'll email you the code and this and that, like, so I was like hoping that he would. So at that time, I created my first Stadia account. I named it Win Fate,
Mhm.
instead of Windstar, because I was
Mhm.
hoping to get that founder's badge. But that never happened. So eventually I just switched up my name when they allowed name changes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Wow, that's an interesting story.
it's crazy. Yeah.
He probably made money off of you and the person he sold the code to.
I know exactly.
Bro, I was like, I'm about to make a 2-for-1, so no.
Yeah, so
That's
that's
an
all I got
interesting
into.
story, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool that you got to the point you say, you know what, I want to try this thing. And you
Yeah.
was looking out and said, you know, let me jump into it.
Yep. That's the type of person I am. Like, if I get
Mhm.
interested in something, I'm just gonna jump into it. Yeah.
Nice. Now, could you tell us a little bit about your company?
My company is Win by Design. I just launched it last year or a couple months ago,
Mhm.
like 6 months ago. Pretty much it's a lot of heat press shirts, like vinyl shirts. So with me starting that, I pretty much was on Facebook Marketplace again. I ran into a Cricut, the things that make stickers, decals, and whatnot.
Okay.
And I saw a good deal. So I was like, I'm just gonna pick it up. And then I picked it up, started learning how to use it, cutting stickers, vinyls, and eventually I just
So
moved
you
on
actually
to.
do this all yourself?
Yeah, I do it all myself. I
Oh,
got a
wow.
little spot downstairs. I order t-shirts from a site online, and
Hmm.
then I just create the design and do it all myself.
That's pretty dope, man. It's
Mhm.
a lot of people want to have businesses and stuff, and you know, you're already starting out, and you seem kind of young, fairly young for the most part, so that's pretty cool.
Mhm. I'm about
Guys,
30.
also, oh, what'd you say?
I'm 30.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. Guys, Windstar, I just linked his channel. So if you guys aren't subscribed to him, jump over there now. Just jump. It doesn't matter if you jump over real quick and come right back, but subscribe to his channel. We want to support him. And as I go through these questions, and you guys can still ask more questions as well. So let me ask you some quick fire questions.
Okay.
If you had one system to that you had to have, and you could have all of its library, right? Are you going with a Nintendo Switch? You going with a PlayStation 5, or are you going with a Xbox Series X?
I'll go with the PlayStation 5 because I'm an RPG guy, and a lot of like
Mhm.
Japanese RPGs land on a PlayStation first,
Mhm.
essentially. Yeah. So I'll go with
Okay,
the PlayStation.
nice. Okay, fair
Hmm.
enough. Now, I gotta ask you this question. I know you kind of knew,
Hmm.
uh, but as far as the people that you met, right? So I always got to do this to people. Who is your favorite Stadia Bash community member?
Stadia Bash community member.
Mhm.
Man, it's a lot. Let's see. I'll say it's Ray. Ray's really chill.
God damn it! Ah! Ah!
Yeah, you're a close
Bro,
second.
everybody says Ray. Come on. He's like my arch nemesis. No, not Ray again. Not Ray again. Oh, I'm sorry. Smashing my chair.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, guys. Didn't mean to do that. Damn it, man. Ray again. I'm telling you, if you watch the last, everybody in the show says Ray. Well, Ryzak said Ejimix, but that was a shocker. But
Oh, Ejimix.
all right, fine.
Ejimix is dope. I saw him at the Black History show that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems really chill.
Yeah, man.
Young too.
He used to do a lot. And he was doing SBC and Stadia Source and his own stuff. Like
Oh,
he
wow.
was pretty dope, but he started going to college and all that. He was 17 when he started streaming. And
Damn,
I
that's
remember
cool.
his being a part of his birthday stream where he turned 18. like at
Oh
midnight.
wow,
Hit. Yeah, it was cool.
that's tight.
But anyways, so can you tell me why did you pick Ray?
I don't know. He's just like you. He's really open. I landed on one of his streams, and then he invited me to play with him, and I just started playing with him and his. He has like his deep circle of friends. So I got to know a lot of people that way as well.
Is it because you're both from California?
Yeah, that's part of it. He's local to me, like 1 hour away. Hey, if I
Bro.
ever need to go down, man, I could probably hit up Ray and he'll hook me up.
Man, trust me, if you came to Jersey, you'll love it, baby.
Yeah, but
All right.
yeah, once I go Jersey, I'll hit you up definitely.
All right, fair enough. All right, well,
He
I
might
had to
make me a
ask,
chain though. Ray might make me a chain or something.
that you know what, but I get Mr. Earl to make you a better chain
Oh,
because
yeah.
they go back and forth. Mr. Earl will say he's
Exactly.
a better jeweler. Just say it.
I know. That's why I had to pull out my chains for this show because I know Mr. Urban was
You're
going to be
like,
here.
"Oh, I got a chain too, man." You know?
Anyways,
man, dang, this guy Ray, man, I can never get away from this guy. But no, Ray is a great guy, man, and it never you cease to amaze me when someone says Ray because Ray will literally give the shirt off his back. Got to give him a lot of credit. He's an awesome guy, and yeah, I like Ray a lot. Well, let me do this, man. I want to do this real quick. I took the liberty to pull up your channel.
okay.
And let's look at some of the Windstar stuff. So is there a certain video that's your favorite video?
I don't have a favorite video, but I do like the introduction of Windstar because it goes back and shows about my history a little bit. And that was like my first time doing something like that, talking in front of a camera.
Oh, you mean the one where you were the one where you was telling us about yourself?
Yeah, that 5 minutes.
That was
video.
cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Guys, so check out his stuff. Scrolling through, man, you do just about anything. Look, you was on Cloudy Thoughts, which is cool, man. I look at you guys, you, Climax, Lo-Fi, Cloud Validation, some of the new guys on the scene, and you guys are taking no prisoners. You guys are like, look, I'm here. I'm a content creator. Hear me roar. And it's really cool, man. I'm loving it. But I look at your stuff and I'm like, man, I like the thumbnails. You do so much. This is cool, man. Phoenix Point. How is Phoenix Point? I gotta check that
Phoenix
out.
Points it's a good game. You just need to be like embedded in time for that game.
Okay.
Like battles could take like 1 hour. And it's
wow.
really strategic. So it's a dope game, but man, like I don't know where the direction to go in that game. It doesn't really like guide you. So you're like selecting different missions. So I hopped in one and like I got scraped like so bad. After that, I was like, I'm taking a break.
Okay. What's your thoughts on Luna? You play a lot of Luna, so I see that too. I was watching a bunch of your streams where you was playing Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that was the first time we actually started talking was when you hopped.
I was going to say that. I don't think I really knew you that well, but I remember seeing your name on Twitter or something, and then I seen your stream, and I was like, hey, it seems like a cool dude. I'm gonna watch him, and we use chat.
Yeah. So that was I think that was the part 4 right there. My live stream of it. That's when I first got to know you, talk to you a little bit. Same as main games too. He was in there too, so I was talking to him. I didn't really know too much people at that time. It was only 3 months ago.
Yeah. It's cool. I think people are just so friendly with cloud gaming because it's very small, right? So if it was PlayStation, you just got like a million, outlets. But we're all like me during the day. I'm just hoping one of you guys stream so I could do my work and listen to y'all talk about whatever, right? I love it. Like I live for it. So
I'm the exact same way because I'm, me, I'm always working Monday through Friday. We be in the same chats all the time because we're always working. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But Luna
shorts too, man. Do you got certain short you would like me to play?
Whichever, man. I mean that cloud gaming design. That was when I was making a shirt. A long sleeve shirt. That one's pretty cool.
Oh, let's check it out.
So that's me doing the design. That's my vinyl cutter there. I had to weed out all the extra parts.
I like making promises. I know I break those way too often. You gotta fret.
I might get
You should get copyright because it's 15 seconds, less than 15 seconds.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought it was 30.
Yeah.
Was that it? Or
Yeah,
did I
that was
cut
it. Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was it was a short, that's why, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, vinyl
That's
cutter,
cool,
man.
man.
I probably bought that for like $400. So if you really want
Oh
to get
wow.
into something, it's man, just look for the deals.
hmm
It's really easy to start, and I made some keychains there, building
hmm
my gaming chair,
Yeah,
random PUBGs. Yeah.
that's pretty cool, man. I think shorts are fun to make, and I think more people should probably try to get into them because it's just
Mm.
something fun to do. It doesn't take up that much time. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So your all-time favorite video. Are you saying that it's your introduction video, or do you got anything else you think your all-time
Mm,
favorite video?
it might be because a lot of my stuff is like my pre-recorded stuff or whatever I do live. It's cool. So I got a lot of live gameplay with other people. I don't have too much live gameplay where it's just me. Um, so yeah, I'd say that's my favorite video right now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hold on.
Or maybe the Enter the Gungeon too in main games, man. That one was fire.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
The
But what
first
I would like to say,
SBC one that I did, I like that one too.
really,
The Outriders.
I actually want to show you my favorite video of yours that you did.
I already know what you're talking about. The one hand clapping.
If we could just play this for a little bit.
Man, this was probably like my fourth or fifth live stream ever.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
I loved it.
My audio's pretty low, yeah. Let's go on this elevator. Up, up, up and away. Up, up, up. So I guess I gotta keep generating more.
Dude, you convinced me. Not it wasn't your fault, but I got this game because I seen you playing it.
Yeah.
I was like, should I get it? Should I get it? I'm gonna get it, man. I see you playing it, and honestly,
Yeah.
that blew me away, man. Because you just was like, bro, it's a video game. I'm gonna play it, and I don't care if nobody's watching. I was like, this dude. Most people wouldn't have done that, and that's what kind of got me to kind of know main games a little more because you kept putting up them videos singing.
The karaoke battle, yeah. So
That was
with that, I won that from Stadia Bash community. So shout out John Scar and Ninja Guy X. They just did the developer interview, and then I won the copy. So I was just like, they just did the developer interview. I'm just gonna play the game too. And prior to that, the day before was when I had like a because it was around Christmas time, so it was like a party going on. I was singing karaoke, so I had that video up. After I was like, this motivated me to want to play one hand clapping was that karaoke video, and that's when you saw, and then main games was like karaoke battle ? I was like, this guy's serious,
right?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Let's do it. So wait, you guys didn't really know each other that well at that time?
So I knew him when he was playing Sekiro. I just landed on one of his streams. He was playing Sekiro on Stadia. Didn't really know him that much. I just talked to him, just watched him play. And then when I did one of my streams, it was one of the Outrider streams, and it was like so laggy. Main games popped in, and we just chatted up a little bit. And then after that, we just started like seeing each other more often. And then the third time was when it was you and him when I was playing Devil May Cry. So it was all around the same time. Yeah,
that's cool. You know what's crazy? Like years ago, you wouldn't think people would just meet people online and be this friendly, but through gaming, and I want to give a shout out to Stadia, man, because the Stadia community, people just like, hey, you do Stadia, I do Stadia, what's up? Yeah. And I know Maine does other stuff, and you do as well, but I want to say, man, there's some really friendly people who are fans of Stadia. Maine said Windstar is the only rival I have when it comes to singing.
Yeah, man. I pulled out a regulator song, and he never responded back.
Yeah. Scared. And Hope said the game is fun to watch. Yeah, it's definitely fun to watch. I guess I made it a little too difficult. Like my daughter got it, and she did the calibrations, and she was trying to be fair with it, and it was kind of tough. I was like, man, this game is kind of tough. And then I refunded it the next day. I was like, hell no, I'm getting rid of this game. But then
I was watching you guys.
Yeah, and then it became free, and I was like, okay, because I do a first impressions at every game. I was like, oh, here we go again. But you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna calibrate it. I'm gonna make it super easy. So then it was really fun. I was like, oh, this is fun now because it's really easy. So
and you were singing Backstreet Boys and stuff.
Hey man, listen, I love some Backstreet. Listen, at one point in time, I was gonna be the 6 Backstreet Boys. I'm telling you.
Oh man. But that was cool too. I remember I was in the chat when or that video or that stream. And then Lena was like, you're asking her, hey, if you're down to play any game, and you told her to play that game.
Yeah, I had you. I was like, listen, Windstar, should she play the game? You know what I'm talking about? You was like, yeah. She was like, yeah. Okay, then yeah. I was like, Windstar got it.
Yeah, because I remember I was mentioning, you know, I was fairly new, and like going live, I would still get nervous, and she's like, "Oh, it's not a thing," you know. After a while, it's like nothing, you know. And then you were asking her to play the game, and then that's how it happened.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Man. So you did you heavily influenced my purchase of the game.
Yeah.
What is Mr. Urban World and TTV talking about? That's a good question. I have no clue. Main said I laughed out loud for real on that one. Regulator. Oh man. Regulators. You're talking about that song, right? Back in the day?
Yeah. Regulators mount up. Yeah.
Oh man.
Warren
What are they talking about? So did you two meet in a random chat? Since we have social. Sometimes it's funny you read in the chat and the people are having their own conversations.
I know, I'm like so loud. Really?
Yeah, I'm like, Mr. Ursa, that's pretty cool, man. Wonder how many people their wives through AOL. Oh, met their wives through AOL.
Oh, ASL. I was like going back to. I remember those days, man. I was watching my brother go on AOL all the time. he would always ask me. I was like hella young, elementary. He was like, "Hey, how do you spell this and that?" I was like, "Come on, you're like in middle school. What the?" Or like high school.
Random conversations. They talking about meeting wives. It sounds like a swinger thing. All right. Well, anyway, that's pretty good. So let's get into some Stadia stuff, man. What game would you like to come to Stadia for you? Right. So selfishly, a game that's not on Stadia that you personally would like to come. And then the second question would be, what game would you like to come to Stadia that would be beneficial to the platform? Like, it might not be a game that you even would play, but you feel like, man, if Stadia got this game, it would be beneficial to the platform.
So my selfish game, it would probably be Tales of Arise, that RPG game. It's a nice game. I mean, I eventually bought it on PC, but if it came to Stadia, you know, for it being portable, I'd probably play it there. And then the other one, I would say Apex Legends, that would benefit the community. I really want to see that game too. Like I'm always saying Apex Legends, especially because, you know, when they were talking about they said it was going to come on Stadia that one day, like a year ago, but it never happened, and they had to rebuttal that. So I'm still waiting, hoping that it'll come through. Yeah.
So you feel the Stadia community would really, you know, embrace that game?
Yeah, Apex Legends, yeah, definitely, because it's another battle royale.
Yep.
That was the first game that actually got me into battle royales. So
okay. Yeah, when I first played Apex, I thought it was cool. I just felt like it had so much to it. So I was used to playing PUBG. H1Z1 was probably the most fun I ever had in battle royales. And those games are a little more simplified. And Apex, it was like, you got this attachment, that attachment, and you got supers. You know, I was like, wait, what? So, but I'm a big fan of Titanfall, so I knew it was in the world of the Titanfall universe. But I was like, I mean, there's no Titans falling out the sky. I mean, what is this?
That would have been cool, yeah, having Titans.
Dude, that would.
I do want to play Titanfall too, because I always hear like great things about it.
Hands down, one of my favorite first-person shooters. Hands down. If I had a top 3 favorite first-person shooter games. It's on the list. And by the way, it's my favorite story mode in a first-person shooter.
Dang, I know. I heard so much good things, man. I need to definitely need to hop in there.
And I heard they put it on Xbox Series X, and it runs at 120 frames.
Dang.
Yeah, that just happened not that long ago. So I can imagine, like, wow.
Need more games.
Names that Tales of Rise is a great choice. Yeah, I used to watch I1. He used to play that all the time. And I don't really know him that well, but I would just be searching for stuff to watch, and I was like, oh, this is that game I heard people talk about. And I'm just sitting there watching. Like, what's up, man?
I was watching I1 today. He's playing Destiny, and he actually showed his face. So
really?
So it's his first time on camera, so it was really dope.
Wow, people are these reveals. Lo-fi monk. You're next.
RTS. Yeah, I love RTS games. That's what I grew up on too. StarCraft, Warcraft, RTS.
Here's what's cool, man. Seeing that. Oh wow, there's a lot. Let me kind of breeze through it. Seeing that tomorrow is tomorrow. You know we got to talk about this. Come on.
Yeah.
You know. So this is just a hot subject. Matter of fact, this is my last stream today, right? Before tomorrow. So you're going to be the last person I actually talk to about this subject live. So come on, let's talk about it a little bit, man.
The summit, the Google Summit.
Yes, sir.
Summit. So I'm hoping, because they keep harping about features. So I hope they come out with the webcam support with direct streaming, especially because Amazon Luna dropped it.
Right.
I think it'll be good for them because a lot of people like requested. That was like, I feel like one of the most requested feature, because everything else, plays and runs really well, but that's just another addition that they could just add.
But let me ask you this. So you already got your setup now, right? See, this is what happened. I wanted my feature I wanted the most was YouTube direct streaming, right?
Yeah.
And they did it. And I probably used it like maybe 6 times, right?
Yeah.
But I welcome how amazing that feature is. I remember Squids, when I first met him, he was doing a video with his face cam. He showed his face and everything, right? And he was like, yeah, I want to play games. My computer just can't handle it. I would love for Stadia to bring out that feature they talked about one day. I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And like the next day, I seen he had a video game stream. I was like, what? And it was like, yeah, the YouTube Direct came out. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And look at Climax. He only plays like that, right? So how cool would it be to have the camera? I'm just wondering for me, like, will I even use it? Because I got my normal stream. But I will normal setup. But then again, I think that I use, like, whenever I try to use OBS, it just like last time I used it, it ended on me. Like, it crashed. I'm like, dude. But the YouTube thing seems smooth. So if they had this own camera, that probably would be what I would do to game stream. Like, I would do this for shows. Yeah. And then I would just say, you know what? I'm going to game stream and use YouTube's thing or whatever.
Yeah, that'll probably be beneficial because, you're just using all of Google's resources. So, and then, if that's the case, then you could be having like 1440p streams or whatever types of streams without worrying about anything. So I think it'll be beneficial just for like any stadiums, because there's a lot of people out there that want to get into content creation without having the resource. Like, the people that you mentioned, Lo-Fi Monk, he uses his phone to do whatever he's doing, like his podcast. So
you see what he said? He says not going to happen. So you have a good phone to record. So it's not going to show his face.
Oh, okay.
And then Spectre's in the building. Talk about face reveals. So.
Oh yeah. I remember Spectre.
Yeah, hey, Spectre's in the building. He said, "What's up?"
The founder, bro.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it. So let me ask you this: what would you like? So is that the top of the top thing that they could do for you personally? Would to bring face cams?
So for me personally, would just be more games. Yeah. More. They have the Windows. Or what's it called? The Windows.
Yeah, the Windows porting.
Yeah, Windows porting. Definitely more games, but I'm not gonna like worry too much about it because we already have enough games. I feel like that would just be like the cherry on top. I'm just going in there with an open mind, essentially. Because I'm pretty content with Stadia right now.
And look what Clive said. My guy Clive is in the building. Guys, if you don't know the legend that is Clive, he just reached over 100 episodes of the Monday Night Chat. So give it out to Clive. He actually is my favorite Stadia content creator. But Clive, I don't know, bro. There's a bunch of new guys. This Windstar guy is pretty good. I'm just saying, this guy calls himself Lo-Fi Monk. He's pretty damn good. I mean, Cloud Validation, his first stream ever, kind of blew it, set some high bars. So, Clive, you might, I don't know, you got to hold on to that trophy, man. But Clive said we've got X Defiant coming, and that gives Apex vibes.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for X Defiant. I haven't researched much about it. A lot of times I just go in to video games without really doing much research. Because I feel like it's gonna just show me too much, and I rather enjoy it myself.
No, that's definitely a good point. There's certain games, so I'm real picky with my games, so I just don't buy everything. But there's certain stuff I'm like, oh, I gotta have, you know. So you know, certain stuff I'm like, I gotta have it, but a lot of stuff I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, just pass on it.
Yeah. But Dawn of Monsters, man, did you play that yet?
I haven't played it yet. I've been seeing, you know, Climax play it, you play it, Squid, Lo-Fi just played it. I like playing it when the hype is down, you know. I'm not yeah. I rather wait until the hype goes down and play it. Yeah.
Do you have Stadia Pro?
Yeah, Stadia Pro. I had
it. You did claim it. Okay.
Yeah, I had it since the beginning, so I have Samurai Showdown and all that.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, it's definitely a good game, and I think you definitely will like it. It's addicting. I see why people play it a lot. I'm not into like the kind of, I would have thought the augment system, right? So you play it, you get something, you put it on your character, it gives you certain abilities. I'm like, I just want to play and punch things in the face, right?
Yeah.
But the system is so simple that you get it, and you're like, oh wait, now I want to get a higher ranking to get a better augment, and then it does this and does that, and they throw some clever ones. You know, some take away your special abilities. I'm like, oh, in order to make another special ability more powerful, but then you realize, wait, I kind of like that ability. Now I want it back. So it's interesting.
So do you keep the augment, and then you could just add it like whenever?
So you could always have 3 augments.
Yeah.
And every time you beat a stage, if you get an S ranking, you get a higher tier augments, right? So you could get a better augment because it's a higher tier, or it might do something cool, right? Yeah. And so, like, I mean, you name it. They got, if you roar, you take down enemy's defense, and roaring is just hitting the select button. You know, some augments make you speed up, so you punch, you move even faster. Some make you go real slow, but you're really dense. But you always get 3, so you can mix and match.
Yeah, build your character. That's tight. Yeah,
it blew me away. I gotta say. I mean, man, if they just at least had online multiplayer, but I'm still bent out of shape about that. But yeah. Let me ask you this: Are you looking to get Mad Streets? That comes out tomorrow.
Mad Streets. I'm probably not gonna buy it tomorrow. Because you know, there's a lot of games I just purchased recently. And going to purchase. I already got a lot of Stadia games, and you know, I'm still going through a lot of them. So I'm probably not gonna get it.
Okay, fair enough. What Stadia game is coming that you know of that's the day one? Is there a game that you're like, oh yeah, that is coming, and that's a day one?
Probably World War Z or X Defiant, one of those.
Okay. Yeah, definitely World War Z. I just think that's going to be a really cool community game, like how people love playing PUBG, the Wreckfest, and man, there's a Rainbow Six like gang out here. You know, you know, SPG and Ray and all of them, and Certified Doctor. Those guys are so heavy into that. What's up, Goon Squad? So yeah, but I think World War Z is going to be something like that. And Climax, he was a big player, so he's going to lead the charge. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So are you a fighting game guy or not fighting game guy?
Growing up, man, high school, I was a fighting game guy. I had a fight stick and all of that. I was practicing, you know, we go to the lab and practice some combos and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's probably like the pinnacle of when I was getting into fighting games. But growing up, I played Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 3, and all of that.
Okay.
But probably Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was the one that I was trying to, get good at. That's why, we had to play that Power Rangers.
Dude, it's a good substitute. I'm telling you. If you get into the Power Rangers, like it feels like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, exactly. With the combos and stuff and the 6 characters.
I am definitely one of the people who don't have a problem sharing other people's stuff, and I love the Stadia community. So, TTV
what's the channel link?
asks for Clive. Here's Clive's channel. He does an awesome job at content. He does a Monday night chat. I think is really good. He always say he like to educate, inform, and entertain, and he does that. Man, he has little skits that's funny as hell. He's always giving out, just following up information. So that's his informing. And then he educate because he sometimes teaches stuff. Like he'll go into the deep history of stuff of cloud gaming and this and that. You'll be like, oh, wow, I learned something. So definitely check him out, TTV. But
he has good production value too, especially during the Stadia Game Awards. That was
dude, he made a video for when he joined the SBC. It was cool as hell. I was like, well, I gotta find this video. Yeah, hey, Clive, how can I find that video, man? It was like the coolest video. I don't want to take up and be the Clive show, but it was I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that video was let me go to this channel real quick. I wonder if there's like a way to see that. Let me just look at playlist real quick. It was short. But it was like, dude, the production value like blew me away. All right, I don't know where the hell it's at. Clive, if you figure it out, let me know. I'll show it for the people if you're still here. But I thought it was really cool. It was really cool. I was like, man, that I gotta give him credit. Man, there's some really creative people, and I love that. Someone like yourself, you're bringing something new, a new flavor, and it's really cool to have you, man. Just to have you in the community. You play games with everybody. But let me ask you this though, Win. Is there something, let's say a goal, long-term goal or short-term goal? What is something that you haven't done yet with your content that you are looking to do? Something you want to do?
Probably get into like guides or something, like deep dive into something and get better at like editing videos and just crafting something that's detailed and like just like some sort of guide for a game. Yeah.
Okay.
Or anything really.
So it would be a game that you played and beat, right? And then you do like a walkthrough or
like either a walkthrough or like my thoughts on it, like a review, but with more like production value, a little bit more production value, like adding B-roll and talking over it and stuff like that. So that's something I want to get into. Probably a little bit in the future once I get more acclimated with everything.
Okay. I mean, that's cool. Just to answer the question for TTV. So I used to be a big fan of StreamYard, and then somebody was telling me about this that I'm using Melon. And so I decided to use it only because it was a deal. It was $100 for life, right? Like that's the crackhead deal of all crackhead deals. So, and I paid, dude, and I paid $240. Yeah, I think it was $240 for a year for StreamYards, right? And I love StreamYards. But 200, I mean, this is similar, right? StreamYards is a little more streamlined, like everything is more simple. You know exactly where it's at. This, I had it for a while and I'm still like, what the, yo. But it does, I feel like, have a little bit more options. Like it does everything StreamYard do, but in those categories that StreamYard does, it might have a little bit more things to do. Now, StreamYard has a little bit more features, but they did add something new to this. Actually, let me check this out for the first time ever. They added sound, so let's check this out. Oh, look at that. So let's check this out. Whoa. So, Okay. Okay, so they just added that. I haven't StreamYards in a while. I still have StreamYards until September. So, but I haven't used it in a while. I let my friend Big Mike use it because we used to do a channel together. So I let him take over the channel. But I don't know if they added that, but this would be something they don't have. But what StreamYards has is pretty simple. Is you could just put a picture up, and I love that. Like I love that. Like I used to have my little picture that said I'm not here to babysit grown man feelings, right? It was a cool little thing I put up and pop up. I can't do that on here. I even wrote the company and said, hey, you guys gonna add that? They're like, we're looking into it. So so to answer your question, I use Melon pretty much. Now, OBS is another beast. I used to be a big fan of OBS Streamlabs, but it's crazy because it crashes every now and then and it's kind of annoying. But what about you, Windstar? What do you prefer? What's everything you've used? You know, tell me your journey as far as content creation and what did you do? What was you using?
So I use Streamlabs OBS. That's the only one that I use. That's the only one I downloaded and tried. Pretty much that's all I use is Streamlabs OBS.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now,
journey, how?
Yeah. No, tell me about that. Because dude, I watched probably like 30 hours of footage trying to master OBS. You know, now I got it. My settings are flawless, but dude, you had to find out the bit rate and how fast is your internet speed. And like hopefully it was easier for you. Like
for me, I shout out to Main Games, man. A lot of my questions I just went out, I DM'd the Main Games and he would give me the rundown of like how things work. If I had questions of like the Stream Deck, you know, I didn't know what a Stream Deck was. I was just like, hey, what is this? He's like, oh, I use that. And he gave me a quick rundown and I just purchased it. So a lot of it, I just dabble in it, learn it. I just eventually just learn it, you know, just messing around and doing private streams to myself or like recorded streams. Like my first one that I did, I probably just did a quick record video for like 1 minute. And then right after that, I just went live. And then ever since then, I just feel like, you know, you just hop in and then eventually you're just going to keep on improving. You know, you'll see like where you should add things and where you should get rid of things. But it just takes time, you know, and experience. So that's pretty much my journey. It's like I'm just trying different things out, see what works, try to do a little bit better in each of my streams.
Yeah, if you didn't already have the Steam Deck, Stream Deck, what's cool is OBS, and I love it. I use it to death. It has the app. So, oh, you know what I'm talking about, the remote control app?
Yeah, I seen you using it, and you were showing us. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And all the tiles and stuff. You just
everything. Yeah, you just press it. But you could do all of that with the Stream Deck, though.
Right? Yeah, with the Stream Deck.
Yeah, so you don't even need it. Yeah. Here's a funny question because this is gonna blow your mind, TTV. TTV said OBS is great, but I want to be able to stream multiple places. That would be great if someone invented that, unless it's out already. So do you mean stream multiple places as far as YouTube, Facebook, and all that? Because that you can do. Or do you mean
use OBS too? Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah,
you have to pay for that feature though. It's a monthly cost, probably like $15 to $18, or you could do a year subscription for about $115. And then you could stream to all those platforms. Yeah,
I used to stream. I used to do that at first. It's funny what people don't realize. I streamed on Twitch for 2 years before I came to YouTube. Yeah, I was a Twitch streamer, and that's why I did all my gaming stuff. It was called All Purpose Champion Crew. So it was me and 2 guys. We played games like every Wednesday. Yeah, that's how I started.
So you said through OBS. I'd say it's Streamlabs OBS. And they call it Prime. You just got to look up Streamlabs OBS Prime. And then you can stream on your mobile too. That's what I've been doing as well, like your phone.
That's cool. Now, is that the thing people was telling me about, where if your stream crash, it still saves it?
Yeah, if your stream crashes, it'll still save it. It'll still be
That's
running.
cool. Because right now with OBS, my stream crash, it ends. But I was told that like this thing is cool, right? If somebody pulled out my internet, this is still go on. It's like cloud gaming. It'll still go on, and I'll be able to like just pull it up on my phone. Like if my internet went out, I should be able to. This will go off, but it's still really on. and I'll be able to pick back up. But I know OBS StreamYards, like the other day, I was streaming my Stadia games or Stadia features, and the damn thing ended. I was like, well, that's my stream. I guess the show ends. And I didn't want to create a part 2. So
okay.
Yeah, that's
I never really tried it. I just get nervous, once if I can't see that it's live or whatever, I'd rather it just shut down than me not knowing if the camera's on and
right.
just
Well, so what I do is when I'm ever streaming, I'm always watching myself. Like right now I'm watching us, right? So I'll see like when this crash, like right now, I could literally click like a Stadia. I could click on the link and refresh it, and it just show it's gone, but it's still on, right?
Oh, okay.
But when OBS crashed, you just see it spinning, so your stream is done, right? But if someone told me you could pay and it won't end, so maybe that's wrapped into that Prime thing you're talking about.
I think it is. I do see like options where it has like stream protection, disconnect protection.
Okay,
but I haven't dabbled or researched it.
Yeah, I mean, OBS would be perfect if they allowed you to do stuff like this. Like I know people are gonna say, "Well, use OBS Ninja." It's just not that smooth, right? It's just like I tried it a couple times. I'm like, I've tried it in a while. Maybe I should try it again. But the fact that everything looks great in OBS, look amazing. Like, and when you do game streaming, it's flawless, right?
Yeah.
But I love to have shows, where I'm talking and the guests jump in. And I guess
it's good that it's free, so you can always like what you do. You could just hop into the other streaming platform if you need to.
Yeah, you got to give it credit for that. Definitely. Well, we are getting close to wrapping up. Actually, it's an hour now. I like to keep it to an hour. We got 3 minutes to an hour. But is there anything you want to say? You want to put out there, man? You want to tell the people about you, about your channel, about what you plan on doing? Who is Windstar? Like, wow us a little bit, man. The floor is yours, man.
So the next probably stream that I have scheduled will be probably Friday. It's going to be a collaboration stream with Main Games, kind of like what we did for Enter the Gungeon on Amazon Luna. So most likely we'll be streaming. Both our channels will be streaming at the same time. The game will be Strangers of Paradise on PC. It's the launch day for that. Other than that, man, like it's hard for me to schedule things because I have a 1-year-old. So that one I have scheduled, but anything else in between, like when I have the opportunity or chance, is when I'll go live. And I'll be playing anything. And shout out to I Am Change Gaming. I see him saying what's going on. Definitely, check out my website, winbydesign.com. If you want to support a little bit and get some merch at the same time. Other than that, man, I'm all over the place. You'll see me playing Luna, Stadia, Xbox, Switch, whatever. Mobile games. You'll probably see like everything on my channel moving forward. Stadia, definitely. I have Valkyria Chronicles 4 playthrough that I'm doing. That's pretty much it.
That's what's up, man. And also definitely what's up to my guy Deuce 11 Penny, aka I Am Change Gaming. Definitely, man. He's holding it down on them Friday nights and all over. He streamed like crazy, and he's been a little off of that PUBG and onto that Extraction. I've been seeing. So, I popped in his stream the other day, and as soon as I popped in, he ended it. I was like, bro, you know what? Main is good for that too, yo. Sorry, Main. I sometimes will be up late. I jump on Main stuff, and Main that just ended. I'm like, the other day I jumped on Main stream, and I was messing with him. I was like, bro, it's late. What are you doing up? Cut the stream off. He's like, yeah, guys, it's getting late. Let me end it. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
I was just playing around. I wanted to watch some content, and he ended his stream. I was like, what the? Some of these guys, man. I show up, they end the stream.
Yeah, we were playing that time too. it was fun night.
Yeah, what's going on? But all right. Well, listen, man. Thank you so much. I'm revitalizing this show. As you can see, I had literally 18 other guests, and it was something I did on a weekly basis, sometimes twice a week. But it's a lot of new guys in here, and I want people to, like let's say TTV. I don't know if he subbed to you or whatever, but now he got a chance to see you. And he could go over and check out your content. So we never know who's going to see who. networking is amazing. And I just try to, this is my way of giving back to the people who are in the community, and also helping the Stadia Bash community we do what we do, where we just want to help, you know, people go from beginning and jump up there. Like I said, we're all like a community. So, you know, the illustration I gave, who wouldn't, would Jeff ever have seen Spectre's content? Probably not. But through the Stadia Bash community on that page, people would be like, oh, let me check out somebody new. And then next thing you know, you got somebody new watching you. So that's what it's all about. So
yeah. Shout out Stadia Bash community. Yeah, it was like New Year's when you invited me on. I don't know if you hit me up or I hit you up. But it was a good good thing.
I'm always hitting everybody up.
Too.
You're super friendly. So I just think it's a cool thing, man. And I'm glad we kind of shift gears a little bit. It used to be kind of rigid where you had to have a certain hour. Like for you probably be like, bro, I can't do it because I got a 1-year-old. And,
that's exactly what I said to you. I think you're telling me. I was like, I can't be on this if I got schedules and stuff.
Right.
But you're cool with it, and that was when it was winding down too. So I really appreciate that.
So that's it's a cool vibe. Also, shout out to Jeff, guys. Typically, Jeff would have been on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. However, he tried to say it was because of me doing this interview with you that he wasn't doing it. That's what he told me. I'm like, really, bro? So that's when I told you, let me change it. He was like, no, don't worry about it. And even guilt tripped me. Then he was like, no, I'm just messing with you. I'm in a hotel room tonight, and the service is really bad. I'm like, and then luckily, because you was like Thursday wouldn't have worked. So
yeah, it wouldn't have worked for me.
Yeah, so there we go. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Guys, check out Windstar. Make sure you check him out. I pinned his channel in the chat. Go over there, subscribe to his channel, check him out. Trust me, this guy is good. He's only getting better, and he got a lot, as you heard from him, more things he want to do. And I just think Windstar, Climax, even Maine, Lo-Fi, Cloud Validation, you guys are the future, man. I said to Ray about a year ago, people like Clive and MM2K and Sonny, like they were the pioneers, right? Cloud Gaming Extreme. I said in a year from now, we're going to kind of be like those guys a little bit, right? But then it's going to be these newer guys. And now you guys this is your time, to shine and take over and do everything. All I'll say is this, Windstar, before we go. Yeah. Bro, just stay consistent, man. This content creation thing isn't for everybody. Sometimes families want you to take a break and stuff. And I get it too. But if it's a passion of yours, you kind of got to lay it out and say, listen, I got to do a certain amount a week. People are fickle, meaning viewers, right? It's like TV. If your favorite show went off the air and didn't say when it was coming back, you will find something else to watch. Like it just is what it is. So my thing is like, you have a great personality, you have great content. Just find a way to stay consistent. Always keep your viewers, let them know, like, listen, I don't know. Again, you got a 1-year-old. So like you said, listen, I do content. It might not always be scheduled, but you'll find content, and people are like, oh, cool, Windstar isn't going anywhere. So I just see people jump into this thing and they want the world, right? Which is cool. Hey, have short-term goals, long-term goals. But then things go on in their life, and then they just disappear, and then they come back like, I'm back. And then the people are like, people want to know that if I'm investing my time being a viewer, are you going to be here? And I like your content, and I feel like if I like your content, I know other people do. So that's just my little advice I could give, is just stay consistent, man. Keep doing your thing. It's great content. You're only growing, as you already know. You're getting better. You got an awesome mic. I got no mic. So, you guys are teaching people like me stuff, and I love it, man. So, kudos to you.
Yeah, man, definitely feel that. That's why I try to do other content. If I'm not live streaming, I try to do the playthroughs and stuff like that. I release those like 2 times a week, so I try to stay consistent. Even though it's hard for me. If I get invested in something, I just want to keep pushing forward. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, man, Jeff the Great. Jeff is a great guy as well, man. He definitely is the troll of the community. But he's a good guy. All right, guys. Well, with that said, I'm gonna be out of here. Windstar and I are gonna be out of here. Windstar, also, wait a minute, man. bro, when you gonna let the cowboy get on the show, man? I want to be a guest, man.
What
You
show,
know?
man? I got no show going on. I
You
got a
doing
podcast.
you doing things with Maine, you and him, you know, when you gonna play a game and let me have my voice on your channel? Like
I
you
know,
know,
right?
yo, I'm playing with my man Windstar. Listen,
Yeah.
one day your show, you're gonna be here, and I'm gonna be like, listen, bro, I was on the episode. Look it up. I was on there.
I got
I'm
you,
just
man.
saying.
If I know I'm going live, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, let me
Through
know.
Stadia chat.
We gotta figure it out. We could just play some games together, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Anybody out there, yeah, just hit me up.
Yeah, man.
That's what I try to do. If I know I'm gonna go live, I look through my friends list first to see who's on.
Nice.
That way I try to play games with other people. If not, then I'll just do my own thing. When will I be cool enough to join your crew?
Let me ask you this. What's the game you're playing the most on Stadia right now?
Valkyria Chronicles 4. I have clocked in 500 hours of PUBG.
Okay.
So I do play PUBG a lot.
Okay.
I've been playing Rainbow Six Extraction with Deuce 11 Penny here and there.
Nice.
So I'm around, you know. You probably see me in Wreckfest playing with Ray and his
Okay.
crew.
You're naming all these games I got. All right. And then
Yeah.
also, I don't know when it is. It's very soon, but they're coming out with, which exciting me. But the update for Rainbow Six, they're gonna add not a battle royal mode, but a free for all. I'm all about free for alls. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to like make our do private matches. I would like to think that's gonna be cool.
Rainbow Six Siege or
yeah, Rainbow Six Siege.
I mean, we just did it on Ray's birthday, right? We were doing a private match.
Yeah, but you still got when you do private matches, you got to like find a bomb, and I want to run around and like Call of Duty, you just killing each other and see how many people get the most kills.
Yeah,
that I think is going to be cool. That's going to be different, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be in the wind, man. I'd be all over the place, breezing away.
Yeah, man. Listen, that's why I said where the wind blows.
Yeah,
I started it off. But anyway, guys, but thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys later. And guys, look out because the SBC Spotlight is coming back pretty soon. And you're going to want to stay tuned for who's going to be on there next. So with that said, I'm the Cowboy. This is Windstar. We'll see you guys later.
All right, peace all.
Peace.
Thank you.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.